Hey everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to another video, and this one is basically on how to sell your car to Carvana. So at this point, I have a little bit of experience selling cars to Carvana because, well, I've now sold two cars to Carvana. I sold my Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid for about $20,800, and I sold my wife's Honda Civic 2019 for around $20,400. Now, both of these are extremely good numbers for the models that we had. I had a base model Clarity, and she had a sport model Honda Civic. $25,000 is all that the sport model Civic is going to cost. So, reason why we're trading in the cars is we're getting two new Teslas and basically just looking for the best price as far as getting the most money for your trade. My wife's car was a on-site sell, which means somebody came to our house 58 miles from where the Carvana place was, inspected the car and did a little walk around, then put the keys in a lockbox and left it sitting right where I parked it. And then about an hour and a half later, a tow truck came, hitched it up, and took off with it. Super easy. 5 minutes. That's all the time that Carvana spent at my residence. Now, the first car we sold was the Clarity, and that option was not available at the time. I guess they've reassessed how far away my house is, and it was more than 60 miles when I sold the Clarity, but less whenever I sold the Civic. So we had to drive up to the Carvana, but the process was very, very similar. You just walk in, you sign the documents based on everything you had prepared, you have the title with you, and you're all set. We've also done both types of sale. One was a loan that was not paid off, and one was a sale where we had the title. Both are extremely similar, and I think it takes them a week or so to pay off the loan. I would recommend Carvana on that side, on the Carvana is the buyer, you are the seller side. I have seen horror story reviews online about buying cars from Carvana, but most of them are just people who are expecting to get perfection from a picture online. Myself, I have zero personal experience with Carvana on the buying side. On the selling side, though, I would recommend it. When you have a trade that you need to make, go on Carvana, get a quote. It's extremely easy. They'll give you a number, and if you want it, you just move forward with it, and that's it. But do not get a quote and then not finish the quote, because then you won't have that number published. The point of having the number is to make the dealership that you're trying to buy from match the number, and then make it all easy for you, and you get the car you want with the trade value that you want, and all in a one-stop shop. So some questions that people might have. Does Carvana pay the exact amount that they give you on the quote? The answer is yes, they definitely do. How does Carvana get a quote for your payoff for your loan? Once you give them your information, you just give them a call and they can do that. Also, Carvana answers the phone like immediately, and it's always someone that's very highly trained in what they do. I would recommend Carvana all the way around. My experience on the phone was great. My experience in person was great. The timeliness was great. If you choose direct deposit, which I recommend I did for both of the cars that I sold, it's like one day. And I'm serious about it being one day. You do it on Thursday, Friday morning, the money is in the account. So very speedy as far as that. You get a text message saying that your deposit was initiated, and they give you an email with all the details once it's in there. You can always call them and they'll reassure you that the money's on the way. So really, really positive experience. And it all comes with a receipt that has all the information and all the details you need. Both cars that I traded in were low miles, newer cars with zero damage. And that's probably why we got the quotes that we did. But definitely recommend Carvana to anybody willing to take a shot at getting the best value for their current car. Don't feel like you're stuck at the dealership with whatever trade-in value they give you. If you're sitting down to negotiate at a dealership, don't hesitate. Get on Carvana. You'll have plenty of downtime to do it and find out what they'll offer you. I guarantee you, a dealership might think twice if you've got a higher number in seconds than they're offering you at the table. Just my experience. This is not an endorsement for Carvana. I am not sponsored by Carvana. All I'm trying to tell you is they do a great job as far as the two experiences that I've had with them. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments. Everything that's relevant has to do with Carvana, I'll get back to you. Hey guys, I just wanted to add some final thoughts to the end of the video. These are suggestions or things that I did before selling to Carvana, and I would recommend because I had such a good experience, maybe these were part of the reason. Clean your car up good. If the person inspecting your car sees it's clean, they'll make less assumptions and they'll easily be able to make an assessment of whether it meets the condition that you said it was in. Also, triple check you've got all the personal items out of your car, sun visors, seats, compartments, etc. I almost left a bunch of documents in the sun visor of my wife's car before I sold it. Additionally, don't use harsh chemicals or smelly cleaners when you clean your car. You want the car to smell like a car, not a car that has had to go through biodefense mitigation before you sold it. Just water and elbow grease if you can manage it. If you're selling at your residence, park the car somewhere that would require you to go get it for an inspection. This may eliminate the inspector having to drive it to test if it drives. You've already driven it for him. And finally, don't hesitate to call Carvana with questions. Their customer service is excellent. And for me, the phone calls that I made really drove home the fact that Carvana wants you to have a positive experience at the end of it. So if you don't know, just call. They can definitely help you. A subscription to my channel makes a huge difference. A like on this video if you think I deserve it. I appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.